So the 30 years in the telecom industry is a long time. I mean, it's more than many of you were alive. And so what the industry looked like then looks very different. And the fascinating thing about this industry is that it's changing so very quickly. I know one of the questions you're going to ask me later on is, what's my forecast for the next kind of 5 or 10 years? That's impossible to tell. When I first started, the telephones were, I think they were still dial phones. We didn't even have push buttons. And then we moved into having answer machines, which was probably the first machine-to-machine application. And then we moved on to having cordless phones. Then we moved on to having mobile phones. But even in the past 5 years or so, the change has been fantastic. I remember when we launched the first camera phones back in 2000 something, I think. And we were all fascinated with this sharp GX. It's called the GX5. All fascinated with this thing, and it was the most primitive thing you'd ever seen. Whereas now, my phone is hardly ever used for the initial purpose, which was to make phone calls. I hardly ever use the phone for phone calls now, but now I use it to check the weather. I use it to do WhatsApp. I use it to access my email systems. I use it to do currency calculations, for lots and lots of stuff. And of course, I use it for taking pictures. So the industry is moving, the sector is moving very, very rapidly, and it's one of the most fascinating spaces to work today.